my next question is, where are we headed? This is there's no right or wrong answer to this though. But where do you think we're headed as a society towards, as far as technology and mental awareness, is concerned, and we keep expanding? Where do you think we're headed as a society, as far as the impact of social media on mental health? Where are we headed? Are we headed towards seeking solution to this, or are we just are we just deep diving into this hysteria, and no one is even thinking of, this is becoming too much, and we got to like pull ourselves back and just have this moment of clarity?
Right. Well, that's a good question. Because right now there's a lot of concern about what's in the media, because a lot of kids are watching, So I think that what I've been seeing is there is a small portion of people that are waking up and realizing that the content that we take in sometimes is just a little too toxic, or just not good for, because there's no barriers in social media when it comes to what kids see and what adults see. I think YouTube is the only social media that has like YouTube for kids and stuff like that. But as far as like Instagram, Facebook, and everything else, Snapchat, there aren't any boundaries around this stuff. So all the stuff that we see, kids have access to it too. So I think that
that's scary.
It is scary, because there's certain things that they should not, take in at this age, because I don't think that their minds are there to process it correctly. So I think that there definitely needs to be some sort of, boundaries put in place. But I think that's where we're headed in society with,
we're looking at
technology. Yes, I think we are headed in that direction. But I think it's going to be a long road. I don't think there's any simple solution out there right now. But I think down the line, there will definitely be something put in place, because like, I feel like it's like that kind of with everything. Like even in my major, biotechnology, there's also something called bioethics, which is in place to make sure that the things that are, being created with biotechnology are not like harmful, or what's the word, like not like inhumane or just destructive to like, humans, and very invasive in privacy and stuff like that. So there are like things in my major, I can say, that they try to put boundaries around, and I can only hope for the same for social media, because we as humans have free will. Like we can do anything, there's no boundaries on what we can do. So I think it's up to us to really sit back and take a look at everything and be like, you know what, this is not okay. Like even though we can, like even exactly, like even though we can upload this video, should we upload this video? You know what I'm saying?
I like that, right? If I was at the church and you're on the podium, I'd be like, yeah. I mean, what you just said reminded me of a video I saw once online. It was of an entrepreneur, a popular entrepreneur. His name is Patrick Bet-David, and he said, in today's age, it's much more difficult to be a 20 or early 20-year-old folk than how it was back then, because even though today you could see people online, like you said, so many things are happening and people are doing podcasting and they're releasing music, it's so easy to be a millionaire in today's age. You could be 15 years old and just click a button and you're doing Forex trading and now you're a millionaire. You could be 10 years old and like do something crazy and it goes viral and now you have 5 million followers. But the thing is, can you mentally handle that?
Right.
And that was why he said that it's much more difficult to be in your early 20s now, because you're not yet fully developed cognitively, but then you have all those things being thrown at you. And just to confirm what you just said, that we need all these healthy boundaries. But the question that I don't even know who's going to answer this is, who's going to set these healthy boundaries? You know, who's going to help set these healthy boundaries? Who's going to, because there are some websites, for example, if you go on some websites, they could tell you, are you 18 or older? All you have to do is just click 18, not 18. But how many people, you know,
Exactly. I've been doing
I'm
that
not
since I was
18.
12.
Yeah, you know,
Like,
it
they're
doesn't
not
stop
stopping
anything.
nobody.
But what the
Exactly.
company is actually worried about at that point is, if you click on it, it's on you. They're not saying it because they care about you. They're saying it because if anything happens and then at least you won't come, because they'll be like, this website has it there. Are you 18? And you clicked, you know. So it's so many things, and that's where the ethics comes into.
Exactly.